Hey everybody, this is Erica, the technology nerd who likes to film stuff, and today I really want to talk about the Galaxy Note 10 and the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Now granted, I was not at the event, but this is a couple of days later and I've had some time to watch the presentation, actually had a little bit of hands-on time, and just kind of think about these phones. So that's what I want to get into. I want to talk about, are they worth the price? Are they worth upgrading to? Some of the things that I like, some of the things that I don't. So let's get into that. So first, price. We are now firmly in the $1,000 camp, and it's becoming harder and harder to justify buying these phones. Most of you don't buy them outright, but doing that's pretty crazy, especially when we're having phones like the Pixel 3a XL that I've been really faithfully using lately, and that really does everything that I possibly need it to, with great battery life, nice screen, fantastic camera. So what is it that you're getting with something like the Galaxy Note 9? Sure, it's extra premium and all that, and I guess it's really because it's a productivity tool and you've got some fun gimmicky technologies in there, but is that worth it? Now, I did pre-order it, and I think that this is actually going to help make it a little bit more worth it, especially if you go and play with it and you fall in love with it, is that you can get a $600 credit right now if you go through Samsung's website and you pre-order, because you can trade up a phone, and that phone is worth $600, and that takes off $600 from the price. So that's been making a lot of sense. So I've got an old iPhone 10 that's just been sitting around depreciating in value. I can't even get $600 for it on Swappa. So yes, that makes sense. Reinvesting the money and having something now that's worth a little bit more. So you can definitely do that. That's what I did. So you can even do that with the Galaxy S10e and get the $600, and with the old Galaxy Note 9, and of course the Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus. So make your money work for you, and you can have the latest and greatest. Makes sense that way, but otherwise, I just don't think I can justify the price unless you absolutely love the Note line, which I do. Now, as lame as this sounds, I actually got to play with the Galaxy Note 10 at Best Buy because I wasn't at Unpacked. And when I went in there, I was really not convinced that I was going to like this phone. But I can tell you guys, oh boy, this is one beautiful device. The screen is striking. It really does look now like it's all display. It's got that hole punch, and I'm trying to decide how upset I am about it. I'll have to see as I play with it for reviewing purposes. But it looks symmetrical, and it's stunning, stunning screen. And I was also immediately struck by how light the thing is. That's one of the things about me with bigger phones, is I don't really mind using bigger phones with bigger screens. I have to have an itty bitty screen anyway to be able to use it one-handed. So it's more about the weight. So this guy feels really nice and light, where I don't think I'm going to be too bothered by the weight of this thing. Think about your iPhone XS Max, how heavy that is. This is a lot lighter. So just going and playing with it, I have taken a shining to it, especially with that new finish, that Aura Glow. That is absolutely gorgeous. It takes on a refracting glow of whatever the ambience is around it. We don't have a headphone jack anymore, but now I've really transferred over to Bluetooth headsets, so that's not bothering me so much. Plus, I know they're saying that it's allowing them to make it thinner and include more things, whatever. So you have to decide how you feel about the headphone jack. Now, one of the things I really wanted to try at first was the live focus for video live focus, whatever they call that, having the shallow depth of field bokeh effect. Now, I played with that a little bit, and you guys, this is not going to replace a real camera. I don't think people are going to do this anyway, but they're really meaning this to be a productivity tool, one, and also a content creation tool, two. So it kind of looks like you're using a pen tool somewhat poorly and then adding a blur mask on top of it. So it doesn't look professional. And the thing that might really get you is that this blurring video effect only works if you're going to be using a face. So it's going to constantly ask you to find a face before the effect works. So you can't set it on an object like you can with the photos mode. So if you're going to take a photo, you can get live focus to work on anything that you're looking at as long as the distance is right. But under videos, it can only work on people. And honestly, I'm not going around shooting a lot of faces. So that bothers me a little bit. So it's really kind of gimmicky. I do, however, kind of like some of the other effects that they include with it. So you can decide what you think of it, but it's not something that's going to make me buy the phone, and I don't think it should make you purchase it either. Something that does, however, make it a worthy upgrade is that it now has the 3 cameras. So you've got 3 different focal lengths now. You've got your main camera, your ultra wide camera, and then the telephoto. And I actually ended up using that ultra wide camera a lot, specifically in video. I love being able to switch between the focal lengths. You can get so much information when you use that wide angle camera. And the stabilization actually wasn't so bad with it. There must be some electronic image stabilization. So I filmed an entire video with that at home, my IBO video. And I think it looked pretty darn great. So I'm very excited to have that feature. And we've also got the super steady mode, and they say that it is new and improved. So I'll have more of a chance to play with that later, but it's included. That's cool, especially if you're outdoors and filming sports type of shots or fast moving shots where you're moving a lot. So really love that we have that too. Now, it's hard to say if this could be specifically added with software or not, but something I've been super psyched about is the new handwriting recognition underneath Samsung Notes. I've actually used Samsung Notes a lot in the past and kind of got frustrated with it because I love to write with my handwriting, as terrible as it is. But after taking consideration of my chicken scratch and wanting to share that with somebody else, I want to be able to convert that handwriting to text. And now we can actually do that. And I got to play with that also. And it's pretty darn good. And it can recognize different languages as well. So I actually want to use this feature. This makes me want to use a note. Thank you, Samsung, for including something that's so simple. I actually think we had this feature or something similar to it before. But anyway, we have it now. And then what's neat is that you can export this to Microsoft Word. What's really important for using a note application is being able to export it to different formats. Really important, because otherwise you can only use it within the proprietary software of Samsung's ecosystem. That's no good. So we have that now. This now comes full circle for me as a good productivity tool. Another feature that I'm absolutely thrilled to have is the 45-watt charger. So they say it can charge 70% in just a half hour. Now, it's a bummer that you have to purchase a $50 charger separately just to use that feature. That makes me angry. But I'm somebody who tends to leave my phones around and then I forget, oh no, I only have like 10% left. What am I going to do now? So now I'll be able to plug it in and I'll be able to reap the benefits of the quick charge. Now, you can get, I think it's called the Convenience and Speed Kit if you pre-order, and that will spend your $150 credit, so you will get that 45-watt charger included with it. So definitely do that. Of course, we have wireless power share included, so you can put your Galaxy Buds on top of it, or you can charge something else. I even was able to put an iPhone on top of my Galaxy S10 Plus. Now, another thing I've been amused by is what they've been doing with their power button scheme. Here we have the Galaxy Note 9 here, and we've got the power button that's right here. Now, on the Galaxy Note 10, this right side is completely blank. And instead, what they've done is integrated the power button into the Bixby button. So that's kind of strange, and when I was playing with it, it was kind of annoying because you can't turn the phone off from right there by default. You actually have to go to the drop-down menu that allows you to turn the power off. What? Why? But you can disable Bixby now, and it will just become a power button, so that's good. But I'm actually really happy that they got rid of the buttons on the right-hand side because I like to set my phone down on the treadmill. And as I'm running, the phone is kind of jostling and bouncing a little bit, and it turns the phone screen off all the time. So that was something I just kind of chuckled and thought that worked in my favor. Another feature that I'm actually really pleased to have, which is kind of funny considering how much I dismissed it in the past, is Samsung DeX. So now to get Samsung DeX to work, all you need is just a USB-C cable to go from your phone to the laptop, and you're going to get an interface that's going to allow you to drag and drop files across. It makes a lot of sense. You can have your mobile apps on there. Now, if you're on a Mac, I'm sure you're familiar with Android file transfer, and that's a travesty. I absolutely hate that application. So the fact that I'm going to be able to just plug my Galaxy Note 10 into my computer and be able to look at files, and it's just makes sense. But as for practicality, for most people, you'd feel like, why don't you just use your computer? Why would you plug your phone into your computer? Well, I think it's going to be more useful for people who like to use public spaces. So if you go to the library or if you go wherever, you can still plug your phone in and you'll be able to have everything nice and private. So in that way, it works. But as a Mac user, this makes sense to me, and I think it's going to help with the interoperability between the devices by a lot. Now, I really haven't had a chance to see this working or really understand how this is going to function, but they call it Play Galaxy Link. So this is going to allow you to have a game on your laptop or your desktop computer, and then you can stream it to your Galaxy Note 10 screen. So you can walk around the house or do whatever with it with a gamepad. I don't think I would particularly use that because I love my Nintendo Switch. That serves all of my gaming needs, but I know that that's something that's quite interesting to some people, so we're gonna have to see how that plays out. It's a pretty cool feature, all things considering. Now there's some other features that I don't really quite know what to make of, such as AR Doodle and also the 3D scanner. Now I could not find the 3D scanner installed on the demo units, but basically you're supposed to be able to take an object and it has to be within the parameters of 10 by 10 by 10 centimeters or 80 by 80 by 80 centimeters. So really it can't be too small and it really can't be more than 3 feet. But you're able to surround it and then get a 3D rendered image on your phone. And then after that, you can look and see how you feel about it. And then when you save it, it turns it into a GIF. So you should be able to text that and share that with other people. I don't really know what you would use that for unless you are someone who likes to do a lot of 3D printing, but they say that that's what you can do with it. You can export it to a 3D printer and then have a little cute representation of the thing that you made with your Galaxy phone. But really, I think they're just taking technologies and making it available for the consumer to play with. I think if I used it at all, I'd probably go to the store, and if I saw something I liked but didn't really know if I wanted to buy it, I could just create a 3D image of it and then look at it and save that for later? I don't really know. Now, AR Doodle is one of those kind of pointless things, but also kind of fun, where in real time and space, you can do these little doodles on people's faces, and as they move around and things, it's going to follow them. So kind of cute. Don't know what I would use it for. So that's one of those things that you try once or twice and then forget about. One of the things that I really do appreciate is that we've got an onboard ability to edit video now. So you've got transitions and titles and things, and one thing that I actually really liked is that you can draw on the video with the S Pen. So if you wanted to draw your little title in, you can have it animated, and that's pretty cool. I do like that. So finally, there's an editing suite. They're trying to give you some shallow depth of field features, trying to give you a real camera type function. So we've got some pretty fun productivity and creativity type stuff on there. So really, you guys, let me know if you would use the production type tools that we have with this phone. Would this encourage you to go out and start editing videos or making videos for that matter? Now, the last thing that I want to talk about in this video is the smaller version, the Galaxy Note 10, and instead of the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Though there are some downfalls to getting this smaller version of the phone. At first, I thought that it would be perfect. That's the one that I'd want to go for. And then I went and played with it after hearing that it only had just a 1080p screen. And yeah, it's true. It really only has a 1080p display. Why would you do that when you have the Galaxy S10 that has the 1440p screen? I don't understand. That does not compute to me, especially when this phone is $949. I don't get it, Samsung. What were you thinking? So when you look at the screen, it's a 6.3-inch display, and you compare it to the Galaxy S10e, the sharpness looks somewhat comparable. I also noticed that the Galaxy S10e is pretty comparable in size to the Galaxy Note 10. So if you're thinking about size-wise and weight, they're pretty similar. It's kind of an economy level Galaxy Note 10. It doesn't have an SD card slot either. You don't get the depth of vision camera. I think you're also limited to 256 gigabytes of storage. And also you don't get the 12 gigabytes of RAM like you do on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So it's an economy level version of the phone for a non-economy level price. And of course, if you want to get super crazy with the price, you can also get the 5G version of the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, which I will not be doing. So yeah, this is what I'm seeing so far in a nutshell with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Do I think it's an absolutely needed upgrade to the Galaxy Note 9? No, it's not, but you do have some extra things on there, like the handwriting, which makes me wonder if that's just can go as a software thing, as an update on the Galaxy Note 9. But I do like the weight of it. I do like that we've got the 3 cameras now. If you're really into cameras and sharing, I do think that the cameras alone make that a worthy upgrade if you are a Note person. And that display, oh my word, is gorgeous. And I really do like the boxy look of the phone. It's stunning to me. So let me know what you guys think. This is either one of those phones that people are going to forget about, or everyone's going to start getting their phones and being like, wow, this is so completely amazing. We'll see. So this has been Erica, the technology nerd who likes to film stuff. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Go take a look at the pre-order page. Those credits are pretty cool. And of course, the trade-in is awesome as well. All of that should be available for a limited period of time. So check it out. Let me know what you think, and have a good night, you guys.